Alright, we're here with Vraska Golgari Queen. I've played her before. Some style of black-green mid-range nonsense. I think it did pretty well too, so I'm going to try it again, but with the twist that I've come to really enjoy, which is playing Acererock and Paradox Engine as just this inevitable out-of-nowhere win that most people probably will never expect you to do, and it's really fun. So we have all the nice cards that go with it, like all the tutors. If it wasn't for the tutors, I don't think you can pull it off. So not every single deck with black in it can do this. You also need mana rocks or some sort of spamming mana to untap with Paradox Engine, which we do have with a bunch of mana rocks. We're not running mana dorks. I have a bunch of sweepers, not very many creatures. The creatures are mostly just tokens, so I can sacrifice them and not feel super bad about it. Like Garuk, or just instantly getting the card from Ugin, because I can eat it, get the card. Zendikar's Royal with ramp spells to have a ton of 2/2s in play, bunch of discard spells, again, tutors, removal spells. I don't know how I feel about Deathsprout, but it does, on turn 4, let me go right into turn 6, ideally, to get one of these in play, which would be really nice. Wishclaw Talisman's another weird one, but I think I like it more than I used to. I'm very back and forth with it. It's just very, like, it's all depends on the situation. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's horrible. Your opponent tutors for a card that blows up everything, right? Like, if your opponent has Casualties of War in their deck and you give them a Wishclaw Talisman, they can just completely blow you out of the water. You can get your own Casualties of War and blow it up, which is kind of cool, but I don't know. We'll see. A fair amount of our removal deals with kind of every permanent type, so I don't have a lot of creature removal, and it makes me feel better about running so many sweepers, right? Assassin's Trophy, Maelstrom Pulse, Binding of the Old Gods, just blows up literally anything. Casualties of War blows up one of everything. Invoke Despair is a weird one. I can't say I have a strong opinion on it either way yet for this format. Other formats, I don't know, but this one in particular, I don't know. Right? It's hard to assess cards like this because you never really know what you're like, unless you play your commander a lot. You never really know what you're gonna play against specifically because Wizards has tier lists that you're stuck to. So if I don't have to be concerned about Sithis in Brawl, then maybe Invoke Despair is good. But if you find that Vraska's apparently playing against Brawl every other game, then you shouldn't run. Well, you shouldn't play this deck, but you shouldn't run Invoke Despair, right? So we'll see. Like, comment, and subscribe. Climbing my way to 500 subs. Subby wubbies, subby wubby oo woos, whatever you want to call them. I won't judge. And let's play some Magic the Gathering. Feeling good about this deck. Again, as I typically do, I've not played it yet. Volky boy, how goes it? I know I was 8 minutes late. So it was my bad. I got stuck at 108 cards for like 20 minutes. It took me a minute to shave some cards out. Primal Command is in the deck because it's a way to find Acererock, as we don't have many creatures. And what on earth is this? Oh, okay, so black, white... Whoa. Okay, so this is black, white, like graveyard hate? Okay, that's kind of cool. So it's like a Kimball list, I should presume. We'll find out. Opponent's feeling excited, though. The wife and baby are leaving for the weekend tomorrow, so you can crack open this whiskey you got for Christmas. Oh, dude, nice. Huge. Huge. That's nice. Yeah, my all my cards came in the mail, which is nice. I got a playset of Furies, Solitudes, Foil Seasoned Young Pyromancers, because I'm reckless. I've had Liliana the Veils for 20 years. Wow, they just actually cast their commander. I did not expect that. Well, I mean, I guess we're just gonna Firemind's Vessel. I like my whole hand. I even like this card. It is kind of like an Eldritch Reborn twice, but there's an option for your opponent both ways. It's kind of a weird card, but I'm feeling comfortable about just running this out and passing, because I have Liliana, and hoping they just play another creature here. Yeah, I got all the fetch lands, the shock lands, the triomes. Feeling pretty good. I've caught up with the rest of the world. Okay, so make an angel, please. Just minus, yeah. Alright, so we have a good Liliana here. This lives, but it doesn't do anything after the fact. Whoop. Alright. Kill these two things. I assume they have a way to deal with what I'm doing right here. Well, Liliana specifically, because they are a black-white deck. Although they seem more creature-centric than I would have expected, but still, I'm sure there's an army of cards here that do stuff. What up, Bread? What up? Oh, hey, we got Skeletal swarming. Nice. Alright, so we can harass things they're doing with skeletons. Or we can just play... Actually, you know what? It's probably a good idea... Oh, no, this is 3 or less? Yeah. Can I kick this and still do something else that feels good? Not really. I think I want to Primal Command this. And then... Actually, let's Primal Command a land. Let's Primal Command a land. And I will search my library. So we'll put Thriving More away. And I'll search my library for Acererock. Unless there's something spicier right now. Because I don't necessarily need it. But I don't think there really is. Scute Swarm isn't bad. But I'm just going to get the guy. We already have the mana rocks. So all we really need now... big. Yeah. All we really need now is a Paradox Engine. Which we have a ton of tutors for. And we basically have all the mana for it as well. This is an excellent start. No, don't mouse over my mana rock. What are you doing? Oh, that's toxic. Well, at least it's out of the way now. I wonder if they just cash this in. No, I don't think I would either. You gain an emblem with whenever creature deals damage or reduces... Okay, so they get worship as a thing. That was a really good draw. And I suppose I am just going to run it out. And get a another land off that. I love Binding. Binding, I really thought it was a rare. I really did. It is kind of like a Deathsprout, but it's any permanent type. So it just seems really, really good for an uncommon. Like obscenely good. But I digress. Alright, so we can actually Vraska and eat our Binding. So the first time we play Vraska, we instantly get some value. That's pretty cool. Because obviously the Death Touch part doesn't do anything. Looks like they have a removal spell for it. I think that is totally fine. They did not have a land, nor apparently a play. So let's eat that. Oh no! Alright, so we have to discard. I guess I'll discard a... If they're going to kill this, that's fine though, that's fine. Take action, yep. And then we can put... I guess I don't really... My whole hand is really good, so maybe I don't need one of these two. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the ramp spell and keep the mana rock because Paradox Engine, obviously. We have a ramp spell here. Yeah, I feel like I'm just going to kill this. Definitely. Although I could just play this because killing a Murderous Rider doesn't really feel exciting. And when a creature dies, I can make 2 skeletons, right? But I have to kill it on my turn, which means it's a little bit weaker, but still, if I can just amass a bunch of skeletons, that's pretty cool. Seems like an early time to Heliod's Intervention, but they missed a land, and I don't know. Can this, this is a duress, right? Yeah, it's a duress, so I can't take my Acererock. In fact, it will probably take key, so I should probably play it. Because I kind of need that to have enough mana rocks to do the thing. It'd be nice to get a card I can instantly cast. I did not. I could put this in my hand and force my opponent to discard it, but that seems reckless. I could also just get rid of it, right? It's not really my win. I can force my opponent to discard it, though, right? Get rid of something else here. Maybe I don't need a sweeper. Yeah, that's fine. It just really forces my opponent to deal with it. I'm not going to Assassin's Trophy. So they'll just discard approach. Otherwise, might lose to it, which is a threatening prospect, right? Yep. So that kind of worked out. I kind of want to run Regrowth in here. I'll have to figure out a card to put it in, because if I lose my combo, I'm like, I just have to win a grind fest, which I can do. It's not like I have to win with this. I wonder what my opponent's up to. I wonder if there's some kind of Book of Exalted Deeds nonsense or something like that. Yeah, I'm not going to Assassin's Trophy that. That would be weird. Opponent does diddly squat. Okay, so I can swing with this 1/1. Well, I have to. Oh, really? That's all you can do? Wow. If they block it, I get 2 skeletons, though. Right? Now I just get 2 skeletons, and you lost your 1/1. Because something died this turn. I think I'll just run this out. Some sort of value nonsense, right? Yeah, that's fine. Because I still have 4 mana to do something else, I guess. Let's see what they do. It feels like there's cards in their hand that are probably just dead, so they can just pitch them. They keep these killing. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Because I do get 2 because something died. They get rid of a murder. That's interesting. I can play Tribute and get that online as well. Excuse me, as well. But I think I'll just leave up Deathsprout. I think that's reasonable. I don't really care about my graveyard in any way. So I'm, at this point, kind of interested in killing this with Deathsprout and not giving me a lot of options. I think I'll just kill it now. I have a second removal spell for basically anything. It'd be nice to get a land as well. I guess it'll be a swamp. I think this is the first time I've ever cast Deathsprout, like, ever. Okay, they Wrath of God my tokens, which is kind of weird. Kind of weird. Oh. Oh, yeah, they don't have to. Look at that. They don't actually have to do that. So, do we just play this in Tribute? No, that seems weird, because the Tribute tokens will be annoying for me. I could just play Vraska and plus it on nothing. I think I'm going to play Tribute. And I don't know how important this is, so I could do both. Just play Vraska and then eat this Tribute, because the 0/4 is not exciting. Or I could just plus on nothing. Actually, you know what? Let's just eat a land. We have enough mana. Yeah, I just found a land again. That's fine. Alright. Hey, we have that card. I'd rather not Maelstrom. Assassin's Trophy. If I don't have to. Okay, I did not expect that. Kind of expected them to plus, because they sort of need cards to get back in this, I think. At least in my opinion. Kind of falling behind here. The 2/3 does gum up the board a little, but I don't know. I don't know. I can simply just kill the token. Be more mana efficient to use Assassin's Trophy now, but I don't think I have to. Opponent says good game. Have they come to the conclusion they can't win? It seems to be the case, yeah. Probably should have plussed Sorin there. Yeah, they just sort of withered and dwindled away and died. Alright. They just ran out of cast. Though they didn't have much going on to start, right? Like, I didn't expect them to actually play their commander. And I think I want Regrowth in here somewhere. Same with Balagit Recovery. Can probably just be in here instead of a forest. A forest, if you will. If you're one of those kinds of people. And then Regrowth. And we can get rid of... Actually, you know what? The fact that if you have no creatures in play, this doesn't do anything, doesn't feel great. And the backside of it isn't exciting. I just like the idea of just like 2 for 1 of your opponent. But if they don't have any creatures, it actually just doesn't do anything, right? I didn't realize that. I thought it was like, I just didn't read it. Is it still good though? Like, I mean, it is technically able to kill 2 creatures, and that's kind of fine. It's not like it's always gonna do nothing. In fact, I think it did make them sacrifice a creature the first time, right? So, but I think it's I think it's between that and Invoke Despair. This hasn't felt exciting yet, but I obviously haven't cast it. This is the hardest thing to cast in my. Yeah, Find Broker is all right. It's a little slow though, and there's not a lot of things to loop with it. It's like Eldritch Reborn, and that's about it. I don't like it for just that. And there's some things I can pick up, like Engine and Win Conditions and stuff, but I think the 2 cards we did already are just better. And I would run the Green Cavalier before I would run that, and I'm not running the Green Cavalier. So it's like 3rd from the top of what I would do with that style of card. I think we're going to get... See, I really like this card, though. Shoot. I really like the card. I think for now I'm going to continue to... I'm going to keep it in for a second. I've really stumped myself with this extra card, though. It took me forever to like shave this down to exactly 100, and I'm stuck again. Yeah, Regrowth is any card ever. I like Sunset Pyramid because it is another Mind Stone, or Mazemind Tome, and you know, when it's out of the things, charge counters, I can just eat it with Vraska, so it's like even better than it usually is, right? Same with Omen, can ramp and then just eat it. I might actually just drop Invoke Despair. This is a good amount of times I might not have 4 black, and there's a fair amount of times it might not kill that many things, and the life loss isn't exciting, and I guess drawing cards is cool, but we already have a lot of value, and yeah, it's a 5-minute card. We feel good about that. Goodbye, Invoke. I know Aspiring Spike's been on Invoke lately, playing his like 3rd mono black list in a row. Actually, no, he dropped Invoke 4 Golos, I think, or something, the last one. Like, specifically those 2 cards he swapped. Oh, alright, so it's the worse Nicol, but it leads me to believe it's like Grixis Super Friends, as it usually is. Which means his hand is really bad. It's got all the mana I need. I don't know what I'm mulliganing for. I think I'm just going to keep it. Yeah, it was just 1 Invoke. I think I'm just going to keep it. I think this is a very polarizing matchup where, like, it's over really fast. One of us just does something crazy the other can't deal with or something like that. Let's play out a ramp spell that doesn't just die to, like a shatter effect. They are Grixis, so they deal with artifacts pretty decent. I'm sure they're playing a ton themselves. I can play Vessel next turn, that's nice. I can blow this up with Vraska. That also feels really good here, just killing their mana rock. Kind of like doing that. I'm also not interested in ramping into anything right now, so this seems pretty nice. They scryed on top too, so they didn't even put a card away. We get to play our game plan while also blowing up a ramp spell from them. Okay, that's fine. Didn't expect it to live, and I didn't really have any pluses for it anyways. Untap land? That's a good draw, though. Yeah, that's a good draw. Alright, maybe it's not as good anymore. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna run it out. Seems as though they have something that isn't a counter spell, but I mean, it still could be one. If this is counter-worthy. I think it would be, because they might have a hard time dealing with it. I don't know what the card is in their hand. I really thought they would just cast it there. Gonti? Alright, I wasn't expecting Gonti. Gonti cannot get lands? Nope. I can steal a land, I just can't play the land. Okay. Cultivate seems nice. Kind of want to deal with Gonti before it like gets bounced or something. I don't think they'd really do that though. Don't think so. Let's put that tapped. You never know. Also, this might not have a lot of targets anyways. That I care about at least. Yeah, we're just gonna putrefy now. I think that's just a safe line. Alright, they found a land. Covetous Urge? Oh my god. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. So you steal a card from my hand. They can steal Acererock, but I don't think they're going to do that. Because they probably need this mana rock. Also, Acererock isn't actually doing anything. To the extent of my opponent's knowledge, right? It's just chilling. But there's still a reason to take it, I guess. Yeah, kind of figured they'd take that, though. Tribute is decent. Manland is really good against the Super Friends deck, so let's kind of hope they're on that more than we initially thought. Again, with the giving our opponent's creatures into our actual Vraska, it's really annoying, but that's just the nature of things, I guess. Kind of want to just eat my Mind Stone. Because, yeah, there's a chance I'm going to end up... Oh, wow, that was a really good draw. Oh, my god. Oh, my god. Hey, they were going to steal my commander. Not anymore. Bloodsheath Thirst, so they can kill it. That's fine. So next turn they can play their Nicol Bolas. We do have a haste threat with this. And we have a manland, so we can actually just kind of kill it on the way back. Urged? Urgadurg? Yeah, let's eat a land. I think eating a green source is fine. Ooh! Ooh! Is that good? It is pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, alright. I'm not going to minus because I kind of want my rats. And we'll run this out because we have nothing else to do. Alright, so we've got a wide range. We're attacking our opponent at a lot of different angles here. They drew a land for the turn. Hopefully they didn't steal Casualties of War, or I'll, like, I don't know, be upset. Okay, it looks like they didn't. Though I think we would have saw it earlier if that was the case. We're attacking them with at so many angles right now. I think they have to kill Liliana. Yeah, I don't think that was what I would have done there. Though maybe it does make sense, because Nicol Bolas doesn't do any one thing good right now. So just trying to desperately look for something that deals with everything is a good idea. They did not, though. Probably get rid of Sweltering Suns, which feels bad, but... No, they get rid of that, really. Okay. Huh. That's weird. Regrowth, picking up clutches. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I would be a fool to block this, I think. Tribute, I just want you to be good. Stop hurting me. Alright, so we eat the rats or steal the rats. I would like to kill... Let's see, we're going to plus this no matter what. I would really like to kill the... Actually, we can do this to start as well. Kill the... Nicol Bolas. Well, I can tutor for a removal spell now at this point. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, so it has to be Crawling Barrens. No, it has to be both. I actually can't just easily kill this. So I guess I'm just going to tutor for Casualties of War and then just destroy my opponent's soul that way. They have everything but an enchantment. So let's kill that. Oh, whoops. No, not creature. They don't have a creature. Planeswalker, land, artifact. So artifact. They only have one red source? No, they have two, actually. They have two. They have two. Oh, hey, I got 2 followers yesterday. Thanks for the follows, guys. It was when I wasn't streaming, which happens a lot. Happens quite often. Alright, so they can steal one thing, and it will probably be Liliana the Dreadhorde. But we can tutor for an answer to that. Oh, no, they're just going to steal my commander? Why are you doing this? To just emblem it? Okay, well, you don't have any haste threats or a whatchamacallit, so that's kind of weird. It's really weird. I guess you just... Oh, no, you have to do that. You have to do that. Otherwise, I win. Because I untap and I kill you. Right. Huh. They saw the line that I didn't. That's funny. Alright, so we have 2 pieces of the combo. Not enough mana rocks, though. Can just tutor for them, though. I think it's reasonable to swing. I don't have to sack anything to this Echo. I have enough cards. But, yeah. Let's just keep the board the way it is. I have enough cards here. Opponent can't really afford to deal with Paradox Engine if I play it. Also, Paradox Engine isn't necessarily doing anything right now. But I will just run it out. It untaps my creatures, I guess. Oh, we're going to lose all our creatures to Sweltering Suns, actually. Yeah, that sucks. We do draw a bunch of cards, though. So I just play this, then? Yeah, that's fine. I'll just run this out, then. We're going to draw a card regardless, if that's the case, because they're going to make us... They're going to make us draw 5, because Liliana, when they sweep the board. Okay. Never mind. What does this do now? Just kills something? Nope. Sign in Blood. Well, you can't really cast that one. Well, now you're dead. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no, I guess they weren't dead, but they're at 1. Can we win next turn without damage? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're at 11. Oh, no, we have 2 manlands. They're actually just dead, whether or not they sign in Blood. Forgot. Let's say we didn't have these, though. We can tutor for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have 10, 11 mana. Can tutor for a 4 mana rock, which is 8. And if 3 left, I can cast Acererock once, untap the mana rock, play Treasure Map, untap it, and then... So no, I needed the manlands unless I drew something right off the bat. Is there a card in my deck I could have tutored for to kill them? Probably. Let's probably just do that instead. We've gotten pretty close to doing the thing. It just hasn't mattered yet, which is kind of really where you want to be, right? You don't want it to be your plan A. It's definitely a plan B. Though I didn't expect the Vraska value black-green rock style of play to beat that. That was crazy. But they didn't seem to have anything crazy. I was expecting more depressing nonsense, right? Garuda's a really annoying matchup. I don't have any graveyard hate. I don't think I can keep this. It doesn't really do anything. Well, we literally cannot keep that. Okay, that's fine. Get rid of Languish. Languish probably won't do anything against a Garuda deck. Isn't it free to run Muldrotha as Garuda? No, your commander can... No, that doesn't make sense. No, that doesn't make sense. Because you can play odd cost cards with this. My hand needs green, but I have more black in the deck. We're still gonna need green. Yeah, you can't play that if it's your whatever. I am gonna blow that up because that's a really good idea. This is the 2nd game in a row we're blowing up a mana rock with Vraska, which is really satisfying. Because now our opponent has to... We're doing what we want to do while also forcing our opponent to deal with it. No, they don't deal with it. Okay. So they can cast their commander next turn. I can't do anything about it. I have no real plus. 1, 2... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to reveal a land. I don't like to do that, but I think that's fine here. We put that on top. So search and this. We can put a. We can just put this on top because it is a tapped land. That's fine. I really don't think they run counter spells. And then we get one of these two. We already have a land. I guess we'll get this. I'm not going to eat anything, unfortunately. I think I'll trade Vraska with the Mana Rock, as we're kind of a ways out from eating stuff. Well, we can do this next turn and eat those, but I don't think... Huh, that's interesting. I guess there's no reason not to do that, right? Just looks weird. I'm going to get another forest. If I lose this Coldsteel Heart, I don't want to go down with double green. So, yeah, I think we're going to cash in Vraska here and just kill this Mana Rock. I can recast it as well. Wow. That's crazy. Hey, opponent. Hey, if you didn't want that to happen, you should have done something else. Oh, man, that's great. Blew up 2 Mana Rocks and they're just... That's funny. That is too funny. Alright, 3-0. Nice. That is funny. They're just falling behind. The fact that they played the Thriving... Well, no, they did not play another Mana Rock makes me think that they really didn't want that to happen. We weren't doing anything in the meantime, though. They just didn't want to deal with it. Alright, so this is always a combo deck. I don't have much in the way of just dealing with that too well. This hand is really, like, fast, but it doesn't... I'm just going to keep it. We kept a crazy land ramp hand last time. We'll try it again. Oh, maybe it's not what I... No, it still could be. Still could be. We're going to play you. Because DRC just plays into whatever the combo is anyways. Yeah, looks like that is the case. Alright, so we'll play this on black. They play this on the front side, right, to do the thing, I believe? You always want the front side? We'll find out right now. Or not. Yep, alright, so if they untap, we lose. Usually how it works, I have Vraska to deal with it, and I suppose I'm forced into just doing that. I don't have a choice. Just doesn't feel good, but that's all I can do. DRC might have been an absolutely insane card for our opponent here. Just killing Vraska in this turn cycle might have been very crucial for them. Because, again, I really don't think they have a ton of, like, this kind of card in their deck. Just happen to have it. Looks like that is the case. I really want to kill it, but they didn't play a land, so maybe I don't have to. Alright, so I'll do this, get 2 lands. Hello. Yeah, what up, Braskis? Resource denial is apparently good enough. Yes, sir. And then we play this as our land? No, we're probably never going to play this as a mana dork, so tap land is fine. We also found another answer to the commander when they get to 5 mana. Alright, that was their draw for the turn. Looks like it is not enabling them to do anything. Dig Up is a good one, but at this point I am fine with just trading Vraska with the DRC. Dragon Rage Channeler for you non-modern folks. Well, and Legacy, I guess, since he's playing Legacy. Okay, and then we get a land. This deck feels really good. It just feels good to play. Good old black-green value stuff. Oh, they do have burn spells. Okay. Take action, yes. I pause on the take action probably more than most people because I play weird commanders that sometimes I don't want to, like, go to the graveyard or whatever. I also saw someone playing a Edgar deck where they did the artifact thing, and I'm like, oh no. That's my idea. What have you done? I don't know what the list was mostly, though. I didn't see it. Okay, well, they got another board, and they have mana to cast their commander again. And they also have mana to, like, do something after immediately if they have 1 mana and can go off from there. But I think it's still reasonable to cast Bantus here. Because I can always Vraska kill their stuff. Yeah. I can also pick up Bantus with Balagate Recovery if I choose to at some point. Obviously not going to look for a basic land here. And I don't want to Balagate anything right now if I don't have to. Runaway Steamkins. Kind of like their commander. Kind of. Alright, well. Sure. We cannot cast anything. So I guess I pass. I don't see a reason to dig up for a... Yeah, no, that's it. Alright. Alright, land for the turn. They have 2 cards. Can they get there from 2 cards? We'll find out. Hopefully I get to just Bantus next turn, and I don't immediately lose here. It would be kind of tough for them to do it, but not impossible. No, I think it might be really tough. Yeah. I might have to just pass. Which means Bantus is going to be really good here. I could forego Bantus if I feel like I can't afford to tap out or lock my mana down for another turn. Opponent came to the conclusion they cannot kill me, I guess. They were thinking about something, or I imagine they were. Okay. Land. Let's recover Bantus and kill their board again. Is there any reason to not cast this now? My mana isn't untapping next turn, so it doesn't really matter if I cast it this turn or next turn, right? It doesn't matter. Because I'm basically locked into the same like mana land tap cycle with Bantus for 2 turns, so it doesn't really matter when I cast my stuff. I can maybe find a 1 mana card and could have duressed them immediately if I felt like I had to do that, but I did not. Looks like it's fine that I didn't. Okay. Kind of do want to duress them, though. Let's see what else we can find here. Well, actually, this one's harder to cast, technically, so I'll just cast that one instead. Oh, make sure you cleave it. Yeah, that one's ever so slightly harder to cast. Okay, so we have 2 mana. We can check for traps. I think I'm going to check for traps. Or one of these. I guess this one just makes me not lose life. Yeah, that's... Oh, I could do this too? No, that's too greedy. I think I want to attack a specific card here, so I don't lose out of nowhere. I think it's a really good idea to do that. Lightning Bolt and another answer to stuff. Okay, so they actually have nothing in hand. I don't know why they paused to think last turn cycle. But, hey, they got me to find something that wasn't strong there. Alright, so they can cast their commander again. Looks like they're not going to. Though if they're firing up the Castle Embereth, they should have swung with the Guardian Idol first, right? Doesn't that make more sense? Maybe they didn't realize. Forgot or something. Yeah, definitely should have just fired up the... yeah, that was weird. Let's see, I can kill one of these. I can tutor for a ramp spell and play Scute Swarm. I think I'm just going to do that. Gum up the board here. Does it matter what kind of ramp spell? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not really. Just any one of these 4 mana ones. Could get... No. Let's just get this one here. No, let's get this one because I'm never going to kick it. And these two might... This might whiff and this might cycle later in the game, so... Let's get that one. let's get that one. Whoop. Oh no, they have lightning bolt. Ay, what have I done? What have I done? All right, force out the lightning bolt. That was probably a mistake. Yeah, that was a colossal mistake, actually. At this point, I need to preserve my life total. Whoops. Because they're obviously just going to bolt the Scute Swarm. Yeah, that was a mistake. That's my bad. I don't know why I thought that was going to work. Yeah, I should have, at that point, probably just should have got something else, like Casualties of War or something. So that was a massive mistake. Could have blown this land up, too. Blew this up. Killed one of them anyways. Yeah, that was just a complete and utter mistake. Hopefully it doesn't cost me the game, but it looks like it's pretty close to costing me the game. I can't believe I didn't see that. I mean, I knew about it, too. Wow. Alright, well, now I just Vraska Guardian Idol. I can Vraska twice. Eee, that's not great. Certainly not going to draw lands, though. I have a lot of those. Alright, so we kill the Guardian Idol. Actually, I probably should kill the token, because Guardian Idol, if they activate it to kill Vraska, means they can't cast their commander. Or they just drew another burn spell. Of course. Alright. Let's eat you. Alright, well I can cast it again next turn. Kill the Guardian Idol or something. Well, now I have to kill their commander. Nope, they're not playing their commander, so I get to kill this. We go to 4. I guess we forced the lightning bolt to not go face, because that could have killed us at some point. They have yet another card to... No, it's just activating Guardian Idol, I think is what's holding priority. Alright, just thin my deck of 2 lands, and then we're playing off the top. Yeah, the tutor was just not good. I should not be in this... I should not be this low. Alright. If Vraska lives, we start to turn lands into life gain. Yeah, I play Historic. Thunder Grip, what up? I play regular Historic, and I mostly make videos for Historic Brawl. Okay, they can pick up an artifact with this, which will probably be Guardian Idol? No, Cycling Chromatic Sphere. Makes sense. Okay, another answer to my Planeswalker. Sure. Carrier Thrall bugged? I have not heard of that, so I could not tell you. I have no idea. No idea. No clue. Alright, let's desperately get some life gain in play here. It means I don't get to putrefy if they go for their commander, but they haven't gone for it yet, and it basically costs all their mana to do so, so I think it is fine to take shields down to gain some life and get out of death range. Sure. We have plenty of basics, let me tell you. Carrier Thrall. I'll have to look up the card. It's the first time I'm hearing of this. Carrier Thrall. Let's lead with an attack so I gain some life before I do anything. See if this works. Apparently not. Oh, wait. Opponent floated a mountain for some reason? Oh, okay, they didn't do anything. Gotcha. Let's... Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot to tap the land first. Whoops. I think that's fine. We definitely won't be spending all this mana anyways. but obviously I should have tapped it. Hey, regrowth is pretty good. Land, please? If it's not a land, I am not draw. Oh, it is a land. Sweet. Alright, so we don't lose any life. It's also a decent land, although it's one I can't necessarily use. Anything to regrowth that's good? Just a tutor? Regrowth a tutor? Yeah, that's fine. Basically, 6 mana, get any card. Carrier Thrall is, you get a 1/1 Eldrazi that sacrifices. Oh, I didn't even know that was... While Chatterfang is out, it makes the Squirrel token that has the Scion ability. Oh, that is weird. That's really weird. It's making like a token that doesn't exist in the game. Carrier Thrall dies, put a 1/1 Scion. Sacrifice. Is it making... Yeah, that's weird. Is it making 2 tokens? One regular one and one not? Or is it just making like 2? Because if it's making a squirrel with that ability, yeah, that's a bug. It's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to be a thing. I'm surprised the game even allows for that, because that's like something that inherently does not exist as a card, right? Like in the game's code, there should not be a squirrel token with that ability. Although maybe the perpetual mechanic is confusing the game to some degree. I really don't know. That is very strange, though. At this point, I think we can just go to drawing a bajillion cards. So I'm fine just grabbing Ugin here. And we just start drawing away. And to the extent of my opponent's knowledge, like if they could potentially still win out of nowhere, right? Like there's always that option. I don't know if they're running Banefire. They have Mizzix's Mastery, but again, we don't have any graveyard hate. And their graveyard actually, with all these spells, actually still doesn't just kill us out of nowhere, which is nice. Okay, what does this do? Give haste? No, it pings something. Okay, you can poke probably me. Yeah, that's fine. It's making a scroll token with the ability. Yeah, that is not normal. That is a bug. That's a bug. That's a bug and a half. Or a squirrel and a half. That is not intended. Is it making 1 token? If so, it's probably conjoining the tokens or something. What? Okay. I don't believe you can loop this forever, right? It costs... You lose a mana every time you do this. Are they trying to storm? Looks like they're just trying to build storm. I guess. I don't know. Okay. Sure, maybe they're just scooping. I feel like this is a grape shot, though. This has to be a grape shot. No, they're just messing with me. Okay, so we go to attacks. We gain 2. Yeah, recreated against Sparky. See if you can replicate that. Okay, neither of these are great. Guess I'll eat this one. I guess I could just eat something else, right? Because again, we're not really winning with our hands, so trying to win with the board seems like a good idea. Oh, this cost 1 because of our commander. This cost 2 because of our Ugin. Crack it, draw. Those are both not great, but I will run this out just to make them discard a card at some point, I guess. And pass. Alright. We have Putrefy up now, so I can kill their commander. Shouldn't they play this as an artifact and then just attempt to use that for something? Mox, Amber, okay. They had infinite mana there. They actually had infinite mana. But now they don't. Because the Grinning Ingus in this goes back and forth forever. I don't know what this card could be to kill me, but... Yeah, that could have done it right there. But now they're just dead. Oh, were they dead last turn? Am I dumb? No, they weren't. No. I was going to say Vraska -9, but no. It was a grape shot. It was a grape shot. They actually had it. They could have killed me right there. That's unbelievable. Well, that's why you never scoop. Let me just make sure. They had the Mox, so they had 3 mana to cast this. They generate 1 red off of casting a card. They pick it up. And then they have 3 mana because they picked it up. They can recast it. They generate 1. They literally had it. That is insane. They had some form of combo that they found right at the last second, and we still killed it because we had instant speed removal. Was there anything I could have done different to prevent that? I don't think so. Tutoring for another discard spell, which doesn't feel great in this spot, but I could have tried to just do that if I wanted to. Oh, that was disturbingly close, though. Yeah. That's very weird. I've never seen that interaction. In fact, I haven't really seen many bugs in this game at all. You're just lucky. All right, we're 4 and 0. We're 4 and 0, and I believe I have I don't have every card I want yet. I wanted to get all the invokes first, which I guess I did, and then all the special channel lands. All right. Good. Carrier Thrall would be a decent card in this deck too, because I can eat it with Vraska. It's not bad. All right, 2 pieces of the Plan B. I don't get what my opponent's name is. Hopefully they're a bot. 2 lands with a discard spell. Expensive hand. Gargos the Watcher. What does this do specifically? Oh, the Hydra thing. Nice. Kind of expensive, but I feel like we have time, given that that's what they're playing. Alright. Also, I did craft Death Cap Glade just now. I did not own this. Had to fork over some gold. Felt like it was a necessary inclusion. Oh, no, they mulligan. Never mind, they did not mulligan. We get a free mulligan. Yeah, play this and get a Swamp. Actually, we should probably get a green source so we have double green in play. We already have double black, yeah. I don't need this on tap next turn. Sylvan Anthem? Whenever green... Wow, that's spicy. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Hardened Scales, that's a really good one. Kogla's annoying. Top 3, permanent from Ugin, blah, blah, blah. I can beat Hardened Scales because the threats are already big. This is kind of a win more. I'd rather just take that. I don't really care about Hardened Scales. I doubt that doubling, or what is this? Oh, 1 additional +1/+1 counter on your massive Hydras is not really going to change anything. I'm going to play this now, yeah. I don't need Vraska in play. I don't really care about either of these at all. The scrying is decent, but we don't really care enough to do anything about that. Alright, so we're going to search and tuck, which is what we usually always do. And I'll undo a land, because again, the stuff in play is not threatening. And I will get Scute Swarm. Could have gotten the Elemental to find a land. Yeah, maybe that was better, because this isn't doing much. Alright, still found lands, though. That's fine. Probably want a double black there, actually. It probably won't matter. Okay. When it dies, 2 or more counters. Token of the copy at the beginning of your end step. Half of many counters rounded down. Okay, with Hardened Scales, this is really annoying, but let's see what happens if I do this. So kill that, kill this, kill that. Opponent does not want to play Magic. Gotcha. Most people probably scooped that anyways. But this comes back as a 2 or more. Create a token at the beginning of the next end step. The token enters the battlefield with half that many counters rounded down. So it had 5, and it was going to go down to 2. and then they get 4 1/1s, basically. But if Hardened Scales was in play, that would be obscene. Huh. Yeah, they actually played a card that was crazy with Hardened Scales. Don't think I would ever have taken it had I even known about that interaction. I really don't think there's a lot of cards in this game that like do crazy, insane things with Hardened Scales, so I'm just gonna mock it up to her opponent, probably having found the best card in their deck for that card specifically. And we still beat it, so that's cool. Alright, we are, what, 5-0? Elish Norn playing a blue-black deck. You sully her name. Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way. Thunder Grip. Do I like this hand? Not really. A blue-black deck, this might be the toughest thing we bump into so far. Haven't even seen a counterspell, have we? I don't think so. Fine. Swamp. Shambling Geist. Can't say I was expecting that one. Alright, we found our green source. Crypt Breaker. Okay, so it's just zombies. It's not a control deck, it's just zombies. Still kind of annoying, but let's we were on the draw, right? Yeah, so alright. Getting this in play is decent. Most of what they tutor for are probably creatures, which means tutoring for sweepers is just funny. And this doesn't it doesn't do all that much, right? This is another matchup where I wish I had Graveyard Hate, but so far we haven't needed Graveyard Hate, but it'd be nice. Alright, they found a Tainted Adversary. They can do that again, and then they scry a bunch. And they chose not to swing. Why? Oh, because Crypt Breaker? Yeah. Do I kill Crypt Breaker? I feel like I should. I feel like I should just instantly kill a Vraska. Vraska's not going to do much this... Oh, wait, I don't have... For some reason, I thought this was a Mana Rock. I'm just stupid. Never mind. Alright. Yeah, we'll just draw 2 then. Obviously, I should have played my land in Foul Orchard instead, but... Whoops. Duress is a good one. Well, maybe. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh. What are you doing there? Let us eat that. Yeah, Swan Song's good to know about. Definitely weaker when you do know about it. For our opponent. They almost drew a card in response to Duress, which is obviously not a good idea. Make me discard the card they draw. Hey, Gem Palm's out of the way. That could have killed us in an uncounterable fashion at some point, and now it won't. I really got to deal with Crypt Breaker, though. It's gonna just run away with the game real quick. I also have to make sure I don't die, but we can Wishclaw Talisman for, like, a card that makes us not die, right? Although they do have this. Swan Song is a problem. Alright, so I basically have to cast Vraska. Everything else I cast will just get Swan Songed. Maybe that's fine, though. Right? Because if I don't do this now, I never get to do it. The 2/2 is pretty good. The 2/2 actually is relevant here, so I will just let this get Swan Songed. That's fine. I mean, yeah, you're always countering this. You're never not doing that. Alright, so they can cast their commander. We can tutor for Languish next turn. It doesn't kill the Scarab God, though. They scried 4 to the top. I'm not sure if they did that backwards. 4 to the top and 1 to the bottom. I feel like that was a little backwards, but maybe not. Whenever a non-token zombie enters, get a copy. Okay, well, they are still swinging. That's unfortunate. I think I have to cast a sweeper next turn, so I might as well just do that. Wishclaw Talisman shuffles the other 3 cards they put on top, right? That's also a really good draw, but can't really use it now. Have to basically stop Crypt Breaker from drawing infinite cards, because that is what it is doing. So we get Languish, we play Swamp. Languish the board, they draw a card, then they draw another card, then they probably Wishclaw for something crazy, or they just cast their commander, which is reasonable. You've been trying some Simic +1/+1 counter stuff? Yeah, Body of Research. I've always wanted to cast that card. I really want to cast that at some point. I've never pulled it off. Alright, so we don't get to cast Royal. Opponent has a graveyard I can't really deal with. This is kind of annoying. Yeah, I think we're just doing this and passing the turn. Alright, well this is bad. This is a bad situation. Hopefully Zendikar's Royal makes enough tokens where I don't just lose the game. But I kind of doubt that. I really wish I had Graveyard Hate. They should not activate Wishclaw Talisman because there's a chance I find some sort of Graveyard Hate, and they might not have want that to happen. Yeah, that makes sense. So I can just start making 2/2s with Royal, play a land, and then what? I'm not really doing anything else anyways. I can Regrowth Nightmare to attack the graveyard, I guess. Because in the meantime, it's not doing anything. I'm taking 9. I don't think I can. I think I just have to do this. I'm taking 9 damage from a 4/4. Actually, am I just dead if they sacrifice? No, they can't do that, so... Alright, so I get a 2/2, I play Mazemind Tome, which is kind of the same as just playing this, actually. Except this lets me scry immediately. No, this lets me scry immediately too, and eventually gains life. Alright, so they reanimate probably the Shambling Ghast, because the other... Or maybe this, but I don't know. Probably the Ghast. Because these two you want, like, to do something else, and... No, they take the crit. Okay. I don't think they're going to tap to activate it right now, so... Is this a zombie? It is not. Other zombies get +1/+1. Okay. And they get 2. Well, that is not going to help me. I basically have to wait, no, I should obviously block this one. I have to Languish here. It sucks because... No, I'm still dead to Languish because they make it a token and I still die anyways, and it doesn't kill this Scarab God, so I need something else. Like, do I have a tutor? No. They still have the talisman and they're not giving it back. So I have to find something. There's no reason for them to do anything here. Yep, there you go. There's no reason for you to do anything. That is not it. It has to be Crux of Fate off the top. So I can tutor for... No, I can Elspeth Nightmare or regrow something. Okay, let's look again with a Vraska Plus. Tail's End? Oh, wow. Alright, it was a little preemptive good game, because if I had Crux of Fate, then you would just... You actually can't even reanimate anything right now, so yeah. A little bit of an early good game, but I can't punish the early celebration. Oh well. I wouldn't have... no, you can't Tails in Crux of Fate, so... Rip. 5-1. There goes the win streak. Blue-black zombies. They also drew 2 counter spells, but the second one didn't matter. Not really, unless the top card was what we were looking for. But we will never know. Is this the... That is the Teamer one. It's not the 4-color Omnath. It's Teamer. You don't see that one too often. Alright, I'll keep this, I think. No, I'm not going to keep that. I'll keep this. Alright, so the only card that, like, matters is Risen Reef. So hopefully they don't have it. Nothing else really matters that much. I will certainly do this now. Look for a... Really want to land off the top here so I can Migration Path instantly. It's tapped. Alright, I'm going to deny our opponent the mana dork here and just kill it now. It stops this from just killing my mana dork, because it enters the battlefield and pings my thing, so... Okay. Great. Alright, well, let's see what they do with this. They discard Growth Spiral. And an Opt. Okay. Tap land doesn't matter because of the Cobra. Cultivate, sure. Imagine I got to copy a Cultivate. That would have been quite colossal. But we did do a 2-mana discard too, but we had the mana to basically Mind Rot them. So the value was not there. And this game is on pause until I find a land anyways. Alright, we found a land, so I can play this, kill that, but then it dies to them just simply playing this. I think I'd rather look for some mana. Green and green? We have double black, double green, and then a green-black. Do we need triple green for any reason? Not really, but I think I'll just get 2. Shouldn't matter too much. I can Garruk kill their commander, but again, it just dies. It's so annoying, like these random things in the way that stop me from, Oh, okay. Enters the battlefield. Okay, yeah, no, that's a card. Alright, so we can tutor for a sweeper. At this point, I kind of have to. Look for Crux of Fate. Yeah, let's just keep it smooth. Let's just make it so I can kill everything. When I go to kill everything, that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 mana. It'd be very strange if my opponent didn't do anything. Okay, this is very strange. If that's the case, I will just make a wolf. Or 2 wolves. They can kill 1 with their commander. Okay. Alright, so we got them to do it. This obviously finishes off our commander. They have enough elementals. No real attack, though. That was not the 8th land for Omnath. Okay, so now we can sweep the board. And I think I will play Tribute now. I am kind of low, but I don't think these 1/1s are going to, you know, destroy me or anything. Alright, so I take 1, right? It pokes me. Yeah, it pokes me for 1. Take 1 again. I don't have any good primal command targets. I guess I'm just firing up my manland. Or I could just gain 7 here. Yeah, that makes more sense. Gain 7 and I will undo one of my opponent's lands, I guess. Oh, gain 7 and tuck the canal because it comes in tapped. And I guess I can play this. I lose one of my... I'm not going to cast it. I'm just not going to cast it. Because it's going to kill a rat and I don't want it to. This puts a counter on Omnath, but it obviously denies them an entire card to draw, which is just a good idea in this instance. Balagate Recovery was a really good one. So we steal the rats. I'm not blocking with this Echo, so I'm just going to swing with it. Eat this. Phyrexian Scriptures is interesting. It kills their commander again. Oh, it looks like they're done. So we can Balagate Recovery. What would it have done there? 1 of 3 to 5. Only a 5. I can't Garruk. I can make them discard the last card in their hand. But it's probably a good idea to simply just kill their commander, so I'll just take Soul Shatter. That's probably just a good idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 2 mana left. Can't do anything. The next turn we have stuff. Yeah, wow. Alright. Sweet. Just beat the old Omnath. They did not have Risen Reef, so the game could be perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Alright, we're 6-1. I'm liking this deck. We have not won with Acererock yet, though. I'm upset. We've gotten so close, but not quite. Not quite. It hasn't felt bad either. Like drawing one of the pieces hasn't, excuse me, hasn't been too devastating, right? All right, this is another matchup where I wish I had Graveyard Hate. I gotta look into that. I think we need some form of Graveyard Hate. Technically, we have not needed it yet, except the zombie deck, the zombie matchup, but probably a good idea to have some. Probably a really good idea to have some. I'll keep this on the back of Extinction Event, I think. Because it exiles, and exiling is a good idea. So let's get a forest. A forest. A Flam Fleeced. Look at that owl. Look at that owl. Look at him. I guess I just run this out. Sure. No reason to... I don't have to use it if I don't want to. I can even just eat it for a card and deny my opponent the ability to do something like that. Okay, I'm confused. I don't know why they're playing that card. That's different. That's cool. It makes them discard for Madrotha, but Madrotha's not one to be a beatdown deck, so that's kind of weird. Alright, Grey Merchant. This is this is different. Alrighty, okay. I like it. That's cool. Cultivate, that's unfortunate for us. Let's go get a forest. Yeah, let's get a forest. That is pretty good for them. It's going to do a lot of damage to us. Do I have to deal with this immediately? I think I do. I think I'm going to kill this with Vraska. It could wind up being a huge problem. That is such a funny thing to see. Rotting Regisaur. Punishes playing Reggie. They discarded a Grey Merchant. Which is kind of good because you can loop it, right? But you need a lot of devotion to have it be impactful. Alright, yeah, I think I have to just not take damage. Probably. It also turns on my commander, so that's reasonable. Let's just kill this. It's also just not a good target for your commander to get, really, right? Not really. I'm going to assume they don't have a lot of counter spells then. Okay, land, they can cast Madrotha. They choose not to. They Vivian Reed. That's another weird one. Basically has to blow up the talisman, because otherwise I find an answer to this. And, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so we can eat this omen. We... Vastwood Search or Survey? I think Survey is better, because the longer this is in my hand, the less lands there are in my deck. Yeah, that's just a good idea. Is the bottom at random? Yeah, I should have seen what the cards were, because I don't have a shuffle. Well, I do have shuffle effects, so I guess it doesn't matter too much what those cards were. A Scute Swarm in this board seems like a good idea. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, I need 6 or more to do the thing, and I do, so I can play Scute Swarm Ramp Spell. Good old Madrotha. We're both doing kind of similar things, except they have blue and can repeat their things over and over. We can't really do that. At least not too well. Alright, land was good. No counterspell, that's good. Let us just do this here. Get a bunch of Scute Swarms. I'll eat one. And I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Spring's here. All the kids are playing outside. Slashing my tires again. Scoundrels. That is a lot of basic lands. I think I will just chump block. I don't see a reason to double block. And it would be nice to kill Vivian if they don't do anything. But they have no instant card, right? Because that just happened. Massacre Girl. Alright, they found a way to do it anyways. Gotcha. They draw a card. This is a weird one too. Opponent's playing some really weird cards. You gotta love to see it. Alright, so I get 2 creatures with Garruk, and this does have Menace, so I can try to block it. Thassa is kind of weird with Massacre Girl. It doesn't do too much, though. I can eat one of the Garruk tokens. Actually, no. What am I talking about? I should probably just kill Massacre Girl. I should probably just, whoop. Just do that. Draw a card. Treasure map. Sure. Alright, so we eat a land. We certainly get a lot of lands and play fast. Never feeling like we're mana screwed. Do we play ramp spells or do we leave up Deathsprout? I think it's better to play ramp spells. Thin my deck some, and it just allows me to utilize drawing multiple cards a turn if I can play multiple cards a turn. So I think that's fine. And just less bad draws, so I think that's reasonable. And I can always cast this later. It's not like it's doing anything. I don't expect a haste threat. They could run Questing Beast, I guess. Vivian Reed gives them indestructible, right? Yeah, so I kind of have to deal with that. Well, that was horrible. That was really bad. Yikes. That obviously would be an excellent Deathsprout at instant speed target because it is indestructible. Okay, well, I can kill the token still with Vraska and then kill it in response to its own indestructible nonsense. So I suppose I will do that now. Because that is a card that will just completely kill me if I don't deal with it. I mean, I could have always just exiled it too, but... Indestructible, no. Let's get a basic Swamp. Nothing to do with this except 0, so I'll just do that now. Just run this out, see what my opponent does. Making a graveyard deck discard's sometimes not a good idea, but I'm still going to cast it. You never know what's in their hand. Is there anything to regrowth right now that's reasonable, except Undercity Plunder? I don't think so. I could pick this up, but I don't want to give my opponent that. Not in this spot. Discards a land and lets me copy one of the cards in their hand. Wow. Alright. Sure. So do I do that again? I feel like I don't. It's probably wrong. Because we know of one of the cards. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to plunder again here. They discard that land, and then if the other card is really good, I get to copy it. No, it's just a Chupacabra. Okay. Very strange. Very strange. I feel like they should have just pitched 2 the first time. I don't know, maybe playing 4D chess with me. Alright, well, we certainly know they have a Hinterland Harbor in play. Or in hand. Vivian Reed has yet to whiff, but I don't think it's ever hit a land. I think it's always hit a creature. Muzrolth is usually dense with those, though, I think. Well, mine isn't, but I play weird decks. My Muzrolth list is like a Sultai control nonsense. Kogla, alright, yep. They are staying consistent, never whiffing off of Vivian Reed. This doesn't really do anything, though. Actually, it doesn't do anything at all, really. They should probably still play it, though. It's an even cost card, so if they cast Muldrotha, get like... What do they... Chupacabra, is that a good idea? No, even, and then get Solemn Simulacrum so they can bounce it with Thassa. That's probably a good idea. That's what I would do here, I think. Yep, then you play a Simulacrum as an artifact or a creature. Probably just artifact, though. Oh, they have a land in their graveyard, too. Look at that. So they actually get a 5-mana card here. But I think it's still right to just get Simulacrum. Grey Merchant's only for 3. It's not really doing anything. Yeah. Then you can bounce it. Get 2 lands. I can exile both of these, so this doesn't draw a card and it's gone forever. Muldrotha costs 2 more, but they instantly got the mana anyways. Not a big deal. Vivian is at 6. Vivian is quite annoying, but I don't have a way to deal with it, so can't do much about that. They got an island. Probably get another island here? Probably, I don't know. Really wish I could deal with this Vivian Reed, though. Be real nice. Be real nice. This deck has been in the kitchen saucing. Yeah. That's funny. Alright, there is an argument to swinging right now. They draw a card off of Simulacrum, but I get a Garruk. Wait, what happens with these? They have to die? Yeah, let's see if they double block so I get some Garruk loyalty counters. I think that's reasonable. I don't get to exile Solemn Simulacrum, but I think I'll live. I think the loyalty is a good idea. Could have just eaten one with Vraska too, but this seems fine. I'm not too upset over this. This lets me just kill Muldrotha, which I'm sure they might not have realized. I didn't even realize this is a play now. Yeah, that's just better. I feel like that worked out for me a little too well. Alright, I'm going to eat the Harbors because they're not basics and they still only tap for 1 relevant color. Suppose I'll scry first. Nope. Kind of messing up my scries because I'm going to wind up Circuitous Routing anyways. Assassin's Trophy, there we go. Alright, I'm going to snap that off now. I don't really care if they recast that with Muldrotha, because that's a lot of mana, and it's not really advancing anything that much, like on the board, except just a 6/6, which is going to happen anyways, so. Let's just get that out of the way. So many basics. So many basics from the opponent's deck. That's crazy. We have a ton as well, but we're not 3 colors. Alright, so I think I'll do this instead of casting this for no reason. Yep. Dig Up. That is a good one. I cannot currently cast it, though. Well, not the real side of it I can't cast. I will take action again. I will get rid of Migration Path. Oh. Oh, the Celestus is so good. Oh. So good when it's good. Okay, so Kogla's still useless unless it gets haste. They can cast Muldrotha. They have like 4 or 5 more lands than they did last turn when they cast Muldrotha. Kind of crazy. There's also the argument they'll run out of basics, so exiling Solemn Simulacrum is actually not as appealing because they might run out of basics sooner rather than later. Midnight Clock's a weird one. Shuffling away your own graveyard doesn't seem like a good idea. Alright, so they did exactly what I said they were going to do. Which is fine. We have Casualties of War now. Oh, they're going to blow up my Celestus. Ooh. Alright. Alright. Okay. This is a weird game. Alright, so there's a land. Not terribly exciting. Let's look for a good card. I can get Liliana, but I think Casualties of War is just better right now, so... Let's play a land. Let's do this. Artifact, creature, enchantment, even though it's indestructible. Land, doesn't matter really which one. And Planeswalker. And I'm going to eat one of my wolves, I think, with Vraska. Although I could just eat a land. It's probably just a better idea. Especially with having more creatures in play when I go to potentially ultimate Vraska. And it's hard for them to beat the emblem, maybe? but we'll find out. Path, the Festival. And then Scry 1. Languish. No. Everything they can recur with Muldrotha is not scary enough where I feel like I have to languish it. Kogla's a decent play now. I have creatures in play. I really want to 2-for-1 them, but we haven't had the opportunity to. Okay, they get a land, which is an untapped land, and they can cast Vivian Reed again, I guess. they can do it again. Blow up my treasure map. How many times would I have to kill Muldrotha before they don't have mana at all to like recast it, I wonder? Oh, this is different. Alright. Sure. Okay, yeah, I don't think there was anything else I could get. I kind of have to deal with Muldrotha because I don't want Common to come back and play. It is a 7-drop, so I can 1-for-1 myself. Not terrible, but not the most exciting thing to do. Alright, let's scry. That exiles the graveyard. Slowly, but it does do it. I will attempt to get my opponent to block one of these, and I will trade Garruk to kill Muldrotha. Let's see what they do. Yep, so they block, and it goes up to more loyalty, and then I can eat the other wolf, and it goes up to even more loyalty. I will cast this first. And then I can -3 Garruk on Muldrotha. I don't have any creatures in play to just kill them out of nowhere, but I think it's going to be quite difficult to ever hit them with a creature. I mean, I did just then, but I don't think that's a reliable thing to do. I don't think. And just cash this in before they, you know, inevitably kill it with something, maybe. I don't know. Veil of Summer. Okay, so Liliana -2. Yeah, I can't let this live. Cannot let that live. I can Extinction Event it, and then plus put a zombie in play that... No, because they have Kogla. They have Kogla. No, we're just going to -2. Just get as much value as often as possible is a good idea. And then I'll run this out to threaten the graveyard from here on out. And pray they don't have Casualties of War at any point. I'm not going to dump my my treasure tokens here. Five, 10, they have 15 mana. This cost 13. Oh, they have 16 mana. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. So they had so much mana. I don't know what these 3 cards were, but they must have been really bad. They weren't dead on board, though. They were not dead on board, so kind of a strange concession. This is actually a spot where Muldrotha is totally... Like, if you don't like this position you're in, you shouldn't be playing Muldrotha, because this is exactly what you want to be doing. The game is still going, and you still have an insane amount of value, right? Like, I don't have a man land. I probably still just Emblem just to get it in play, so all of my creatures are instantly lethal, and then I can start making zombies, which I have to do anyways, because I can't minus. But you play Muldrotha, demand I have another answer. You have 3 mana left. Actually, you can Muldrotha and cast Rotting Regisaur. So you have 2 really sizable threats in play. And again, you're just demanding I deal with your stuff. And my opponent just didn't force me to do that, which is very strange. Okay. I should have zeroed Garruk to then minus Liliana. Well, if I didn't know about... Well, if I knew about Veil of Summer, I guess I could have played around it, but... If I plussed... I would have had to have known I was drawing Liliana first, right? Because the sequence I did not plus Liliana. No, I didn't plus Vraska first. I'm trying to think. I don't think Liliana was in my hand when I went to do that. No, it wasn't. I had to plus on the other wolf to draw Liliana. And Garruk was at 3. I could have plussed and then minus to draw cards. Have no wolves in play. I could have just kept it around and... Yeah, no, if I knew about Veil of Summer, that is better. That is better if I knew about it. Yeah. But the way I finagled it, it just didn't end up working out that way. But yeah, that was a line I could have taken if I chose to. What are we playing against? I didn't even look. Okay, something about sagas. Sure. Put a lore on each saga. Okay. That's different. That is, that's different. Yeah, it's the same outcome except I keep Garruk. It's not the exact same, though, because Garruk doesn't... Liliana wouldn't draw a card if I chose to keep the wolves. But I could have made 2 wolves and drawn 2 cards, so... It's kind of back and forth for what would have been better there. But I'm sure that was a better idea to do. In hindsight, yeah, that was probably a better line. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. You right. So what do we do here? I guess I just do this. This is expensive, so I'm not gonna slowly draw cards. Acererock really likes to be in my hand, dude. He really likes it there. Do they mess up my sagas? I kind of doubt it, right? Lure counter on each saga you control. When it dies, you can return a saga to do things. Okay, sure. Wings of Fury, what up? You thought Liliana was drawn off the Garruk minus? No, they Veil of Summer, so they countered that ability, and I couldn't draw off the Veil of Summer. Off the Garruk minus. I drew it off of plussing on my own. Oh, I should have dealt with Hollowed Haunting. Oh my god. I didn't see it. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. This is the best card of all time, and of course, they had it in play, and I had a way to deal with it, and I didn't. That was so bad. It was so bad that I didn't do that. Unbelievable. Alright. Nope, sometimes you just don't pay attention, and it costs you the game, I guess. Whoops. Yeah, it was from the Vraska Plus. The Garruk minus did not draw me a card because of Veil of Summer. I have no answer to this card. I don't think the game can continue. What am I doing here? I really need a... I need to draw something. My hand is completely bad. I need to, like, actually find something. Well, we put 2 decent cards at the bottom. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think this is all she wrote. I think I am now dead. I'm actually dead on board next turn, so I have to find a sweeper immediately. I'm not dead right now if they, like, pop the History of Benalia, which probably isn't even a good idea, but... Song of Freylease. Okay, so you have a bunch of mana if they choose to do that instead of swing. For whatever reason. Okay. It's cool to see this, like, popping off here. That's kind of cool. I obviously should have mulliganed for a sweeper. I really was not paying attention. I was just fixated in the last game. I undo my win focusing on the last win by just instantly losing by not doing anything about it. That's funny. That's a cool deck, though. I haven't seen anything like this. Now, if I didn't binding the creature, I actually would be dead here. So it... Oh my god, we drew it. Oh my god. That is insane. I can't really play Phyrexian Arena. But I can scry one with a Acererock. Yeah, they can pick up one of their things, I guess. I don't really care about these sagas. That is really funny. Yeah, the nuances didn't win because I won anyways. And now there's always more to learn though. Although I guess you could say you learn more from losing than you do winning. Okay, they pick up that one. That's interesting. Yeah, we're gonna just scry one here, I think. Which is the one I can't complete? Tomb of Annihilation. So one of these two. I can gain a life. That seems useless. I think scrying is more important. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, not what I'm looking for. Alright, we're not really out of this, but that was a card we could have drawn, and it was decent. I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to do that. Oh no, you can do it for 1. Oh no, they did it all out. Okay, I wouldn't do that. I would have done it for 1 because they're both lethal threats, and now it doesn't really matter, right? This does play around. I can kill one of them and block the other. No, it has trample. Why does this have trample? Does it always have trample? It does. I can kill one with this and still die. I am dead always. So I have to... No, I'm not. So I can plus here. Eat Boseiju. Okay, now we're dead. I was going to say, we can gain 1 life so this doesn't kill us, and then we can find a removal spell, but nope. If it didn't have trample, I could block with the Guardian Idol. We actually were not too far out from being able to deal with that. That was crazy. The top deck Crux of Fate was really good, but couldn't close it out. Needed more than that. With that in mind, we have bumped into graveyard decks more and more as this has gone on, so I kind of want to deal with them. Skeletal Swarming has not felt terribly exciting. It is a creature spamming card, but creature token spamming, but it's like slower than Royal sometimes, and you have to attack with them, which is not really what I'm ever trying to do. With that in mind, Zendarkar's Royal doesn't feel terribly exciting either. Like, you would feel like it's just a Field of the Dead, but it's not. You have to actually have it, and then play it, and then continue to play lands after. And not blow up those tokens with your own sweepers, which we have done a few times, so I think I'm fine dropping those. They're also 5-mana cards, which I'm totally happy dropping for Cling to Dust and some other form of exile effect. Big, yeah, a big loss, bigly loss. I do like Go Blank as a graveyard hate card. I'm more on it than I have been. Attacking your opponent's hand at the same time is decent. I think we're going to try that. It just feels good, right? It's also a card that does something against players that aren't inherently graveyard cards. So let's do that, right? Like, they might not be a graveyard strategy, and that's still good. Alright, we're 7-2 now. Ripskis. We do have Bojuka Bog, I believe. I believe Bojuka Bog is in here, yes. And if it is not, it probably should be. I am kind of greedy with my graveyard, my tap lands, though. I don't like too many tap lands, especially ones that only tap for like 1 color. But I think that one's just good enough to always run. Gitrog Monster is a weird one. It's been a while since I've seen that. So a little black-green standoff here, except they probably draw cards faster than we do. They do get kind of stuck, though. Like, last time I played against this, they couldn't amass card advantage because, or like a bunch of mana, because they had to keep sacrificing their own land. Alright, I can't kill this. I think I would, though, if I could, but I cannot with Soul Shatter. Alright, looks like I'm not punished for not doing that. Interesting. Definitely a slower strategy. They did not swing. I wonder what that means. Yeah, I'll just blow one of these up. I guess the Shaman. I wonder what they were leaving up there. Veil of Summer? I really don't know. Alright, well, I mean, I'm gonna kill that because it's a problem. Or just good for my opponent. I think I'll Crux of Fate because it shuts them off of another mana source too, which is quite nice. Yeah, let's do that. And it costs more mana, so... It does mean I can't eat Binding, unfortunately, because obviously the Death Touch part is useless. Does this deck play with its graveyard? I don't think so. I don't know. Ooh, what do you have on 5 here? Regrowth. Okay, what do you have on 1 mana? Why would you... What? Why did they shock themselves? They have a man land, which is really annoying, but there's not much I can do about it. I want to know what that card is that they're leaving up. I can't really... I don't know. Let's run this out, see what happens. Okay. Run... No, I can leave that in play. Let's just do this. It's not Veil of Summer. Oh, it's Fatal Push? Okay, well, I'm going to take Binding, because we don't have any creatures, really. I don't care about the other two. And they don't have a land. Oh, well, they found it. Alright, so we do this, I think. I can Soul Shatter on my own turn. I want to get mana in play. Swamp. Oh, we found Go Blank. Oh, alright, so... Oh, that's great. Found Go Blank. Yes, yes. Eat, devour, consume. Alright, nice, nice, nice. They have a man land that's annoying, though. It can hit me for a lot of damage. Looks like they're going to cycle this real quick. They're not even trying to layer me. Red Riot with a tier 1 gift. Thank you. Oh, it's on Bassius. There you go. There you go. Welcome to the I don't know. I gotta think of a name for my subscribers. The Beehive? That's what it used to be. The Beehive. Welcome to the Beehive. I don't like saying that though. Oh, it makes me feel like a Fortnite player. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 mana. So what do we tutor for that is worth casting immediately? Sorin can form a blocker while also amassing card advantage. Seems like a good idea. So the Lair of the Hydra doesn't immediately kill me. Or kill whatever I get. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Another land, so they can replay Gitrog again. Sure. Plus, because we got nothing else to do. Put that to my hand. Alright, so let's really hope we find something good off this to kill the monster here. Lightning Helix is not it, but this is good. This is good. Let's get rid of both Seiju. Play Crawling Barrens. Play Vraska. Eat my Mind Stone? No, we eat this thing. It's not doing anything. Hey, there's an answer. Alright, so hopefully they don't draw something that kills my stuff. Yeah. Go Blank hitting hard the first time we cast it. Yep, definitely. Yep, they crack lands to do nonsense. Oh, great. They found one. Excelente. So which one do you kill? Probably Sorin. Yeah, that makes sense. I would kill Sorin. That does make sense there. Alright. Oh, we get to kill the Gitrog monster now with Garruk. Graham Crackers. Basically have to. I don't want my opponent drawing cards, so... Bontus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if we can't find... I really wish it did not tap my Guardian Idol right now, but of course it did. Alright, kind of undid the punish there, because I found a blocker for the Slayer of the Hydra, if our opponent ever actually activates it, which they haven't yet. Yeah, you have my emote, which I believe is Beasley 4? Beaselbees 4. Oh, that's a confusing one. Alright, so we can Primal Command, approach the Second Sun. And then this has nowhere to go but up. I think I should Bantus first. I think we should Bantus first. Can eat this. Because I'm going to kill Gitrog monster. And then I can make tokens to block lair. And I'll just crack this. We're just violently digging for this approach the second sun. Oh, it's a land. Sweet. It doesn't untap next turn. I feel like they should have cracked the Lotus Cobra before the, cracked the thing before they did the thing. Alright, so we can... Wow, they actually put 2 creatures in play. That's crazy. Wow, that's actually insane. They actually... Oh, wait a minute. Get wrecked. I got it. Oh, they can fire up layer? Oh, they don't have it. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, dude, it's a 3/3 too? God. Ay. Alright. Get to eat this, though. It just pulls them so far away from actually casting Gitrog Monster. I think it's worth the trade. That is really funny, though. They actually developed creatures that were, like, enough. Huh. Wonder why they scooped there. Let's see. View battlefield. Was I about to hit it? No, I wasn't. I was drawing 2 because of Vraska plus. How does this read? Each opponent sacrifices unless they discard. Okay, so I could have maybe done something with that last turn cycle, but I think it would have wound up being the same, except maybe Guardian Idol would have still been in play. Well, let's say they played this card, then they would have to sacrifice their creature. But if they didn't, they can discard it, and then... Yeah, I almost... It's so tempting to cast this, even though approach is, like, right there, like... But what would this do? I probably would just... Let's see, all of these are bad. So I guess I could put a land on top of my... No, I don't want to do that, though. I think I would literally gain 7 life and just tuck a land. That's probably just what I would do here, yeah. Just tuck a land. Because then they just have to redraw it, and that's bad. Probably even put this on top. And then, yeah, wow. Alright, GG's. We beat Gitrog Monster. We beat it quite decisively, too. It wasn't... It didn't feel like it was close. Like, the one turn they had it in play, it drew, like, 4 cards or something crazy, but... I can just keep killing it. And cashing in Garruk is feels good. Gotta know when to do that and not get greedy with it, I guess. Though it can be hard to get away with plussing it. Alright, this is an old... I haven't seen this in a minute. I actually played something like this a lot. I wonder if that's actually the person that used to watch my stream here. Haven't seen him in a while. Apocalyptic, I think it was the name. He gave me this idea. He always liked Joda, and I'm like, no, Golos is better. This was the same thing he played. Alright, so I guess we play... This is a Mana Dork. Actually, I kind of want to just make him discard right now. Jin-Gitaxias, Ugin, Essica. Ay. I'll deal with Essica, because it's the most annoying one. And the other 2 I can deal with later, right? They do not have a land either to cast their key or whatever. Alright, so black and I think another black? Yeah. Why do I have googly eyes right there? How come I've never seen that before? Is there a reason I have googly eyes? What? Why is that there? What? Am I April Fool's? No, it is March 31st. What? What is... I'm going to play this as a land. Was that there the whole time? Was that there the entire time? That's really weird. Okay. I have googly eyes. That is really funny. Alright, that's a good card to get. That is a very good card to get. I suppose I will just pick it up immediately. Don't see a reason not to. Alright, so, I mean, next turn they cast Joda, and then it doesn't do anything. April Fool's Eve? Okay, yeah, April Fool's Eve. You got it. That must be it. Alright, so they just basically have to kill Vraska. I don't think this is terribly strong. I have nothing to minus, so I guess I can only plus. Let's see here. Land. No good recovery. Let's look for an answer to Ugin. That's 3 or less. I don't think I have any. Oh, Maelstrom Pulse? Yeah, I guess I'll just pulse the, No, what am I talking about, dude? Screw that. And then Scry 1. Hey, that's pretty good. Alright, so you have a turn with Ugin. I don't think I care, because I can Casualties of War everything you're trying to do. It's an April Fool's part of the... Oh, okay. 3 years ago, that's the same thing. That's funny. But wait a minute. The Wanderer's not that old, though. The Wanderer's not 3 years old, so the Googly Eyes has to be in, like, multiple cards. Guess I'll exile a land. Alright, so Casualty of War is, like, doubly good, because I have an attacker that actually kills stuff here. Creature, and then the land can be this one, and it doesn't matter which one I kill, so I'll kill that one. Because I'll just swing at the other one. My opponent just got totally blown out. Totally blown out. Casualty of War is so dirty. Whose idea was that? Whose idea was that as a card? I mean, it does cost 6 mana, but still. Alright, opponent. Joda, do something. Tap land. Okay. All your decks have googly eyes? That's super funny. Oh, they got Demonic Tutor. Oh, wow. Okay, that's... Well, at this point, it has to get mana, though, or something mana-related. So I don't even feel like I have to tutor for a discard spell, right? Like, it has to get mana-related nonsense. So I really don't even care. Let's scry before we, Ugin, I guess. That kills Joda, if that matters. It probably won't, but whatever. It is now under an Ugin token. And I am still not going to cast Balagate Recovery as a land. I don't think I need more mana, so I think it's fine to just treat this as a spell. Yep, that is literally all they could do. That is obviously what they got, and I would not have discarded it. So it's a good read by us there that we did not overreact to a Demonic Tutor, as people tend to do. Although this is not a scenario in which you would find yourself doing that. So I think they just scooped to the second Casualties of War. So let's just end the game. Yep. Good old Joda doing literally nothing. Blow that up and probably the World Tree, and they're back to having literally no blue mana again, which I don't think has mattered quite yet. I don't even remember when they cast Acererock. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my googly eyes. Jin-Gitaxi, what did we discard? Essica? Would that have been good? I don't know if there was ever a sequence in which they had time to play it, but... Did I have an answer to it? I did with Ugin. Man, I love... When Ugin just sits there, it's so good. The Vindicate, the draw cards that are also creatures that can, like, defend him and become, like, cards in hand. It's just... It's such a good card. It's so satisfying. Johnny, is it all googly too? That's so stupid. Oh, that's so stupid. I have a hard time believing I'm just noticing this, though. They had to have just shown up. Also, what are we? We're 9-2? Nice. All in on the One Piece TCG? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I think I'd rather play Hearthstone. Oh, yeah, look at Soren. That's so stupid. God, that's so dumb. Oh, my God. Alright. Well, I guess I've never played on April 1st before. We have nothing to do next turn, so let's play Talon. I don't like turn 1 Thoughtseize. There's not really anything I'm scared of. Well, this commander specifically can do some crazy nonsense that I'd rather not deal with, but I don't really have a choice. Is this just Brawl for, like, Spell Pierce? Alright, well, I wasn't respecting that card, I'm not gonna lie. Opponent is ecstatic that that worked, I guess. I did play a turn 1 tap land, so for all they know, it's like all I could have done, right? Alright, I don't really have a choice but to kill this, so let's just kill it. And then if I find another land, I can kill it on their turn 4 when I have Vraska. Or they can Narset, which is also really annoying. I really would like an untapped land next turn. Oh wow, they got a counterspell. What a surprise. We didn't draw a land. Wow. Actually, I think I should just scoop. It's kind of a waste of my time. Yeah, we're just gonna move on. This is dumb. I don't think I can beat this. Mono blue Brawl's like whatever. The only reason you're playing that card is because Brawl doesn't let you play against things that are not in the same bucket list, but you have the same deck, and it's just stupid. So we'll just take the loss. We're not ever beating that. I don't think. The early game had to be just perfect for us, and it wasn't. Missing a land was just too bad. I needed probably 2 discard spells. Oh, Kaya's at least looking in the same direction. Soren was looking at his nose. I've only seen One Piece on Adult Swim, so I'm only 5 episodes in. All right, I'll keep this. Yep, Temple. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna plunder next turn, I think. Yeah, we're gonna plunder here. Are we gonna plunder? No, we're gonna attack a Mana Rock, like we've been doing. Yeah, that's just better. We're gonna attack a Mana Rock of Vraska. Oh, we can't actually. We needed another untap source. We don't have one. Yikes. Oh no! Alright, so they probably... Oh, actually, what do you take? All of these are reasonable. Every single one of these cards I can see an argument for taking. Yeah, I think it's up to them. Of the Shonen Jump app. Chapter 1031. Good God. Alright, so let's play Tome before they get rid of it. I think it's a little bit stronger than the rest of our hand. And I will play a card our opponent did not know about, which is sometimes not a good idea, but I just want that tap land out of the way. And now the rest of our lands don't have to be tapped. I can get a swamp, and then this is untapped, or get a forest, and this is still tapped. Not a big deal. Alright. That's a good draw to be for this situation, especially with a fetch land. I really like this. I guess I'll respect a sweeper and just not make another one. Unless I, like, have to for some reason. And we can still crack a Mind Stone. Like, we just draw a card that way. Okay. Can't do anything about that. Still draw a card, I think. Yeah, I think it still makes sense to use our mana, even though Elspeth's Nightmare doesn't actually have any targets if I like, don't draw anything good. Maelstrom Pulse. Alright, so we're going to lose the Pulse no matter what. So I guess it's reasonable to just cast it and leave my opponent in the dark. That seems fine. And I don't see myself as scrying. Although I guess I'll scry on my own upkeep. Hey, I guess it's guess we're going blank anyways. Alright. Is there a reason to scry? I can just draw a card and that's fine too. Yeah, we can just play. Let's just swing, see what they do. I can eat a one of these tokens if I want. I should probably just eat a land though. Kind of light on lands, but we're not doing anything with them, so we don't really need them. Can play a tap land and pass. Alright. Well, we're in a position. Opponent did not have a land last turn. We can castle, but I think it just Mind Stone. I keep calling this Mind Stone. Mazemind's Tome. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I was gonna do it again. Just did a tongue twister and went right into mislabeling the card again. That's funny. Alright, so looks like they really want to... Yeah, they need lands and looks like a treasure and mana. Yeah, that makes sense. They were just thinking if this was worth it or just poking one of these maybe. But they should probably just start doing this here. Go blank is a weird one from someone else. I don't tend to see it played against me. I assume they found a land. Be kind of crazy if they didn't. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It was a good card here, but in this specific instance, I suppose not. They didn't find a land? Ooh. 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 Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see what's under this. I'd like to not simply just fire up my... Hey, that's good. They have a lot of discard, but I think this is still fine to just play. D-Spark is the best of all these. Growth Spiral is not terribly useful. And I guess it's better than a land, so... Swing for 2. They missed a land drop just so much. They drew 2 off of Prismari Command and missed. Alright, so we know what they drew for turn. See if they scry a land on top. They probably did. I am close to killing them with Vraska, which is really funny. Oh no, my D-Spark. Rip. That is a lot of discard, though. That's kind of crazy. Can't say I agree with all that. Let's start here. Oh, wait. I should have just plussed it. I didn't have to, like, sack it that way. I could have just... Well, no. I mean, I can now draw a different card, right? I can just draw more cards this way. I have no way to, like, proliferate a counter, so I'll just plus and... I guess I'll eat my Mana Rock. I don't need all these Mana Rocks for Acererock combo, if I get to that point. And I think I'm going to continue the chain of simply drawing cards. Okay, that is not what we wanted. That is not what I meant. Alright, so they have to deal with the tokens or Vraska, otherwise they die. I will play this to scry. It's kind of close between the castle and casting this. I'll just cast this, though, to scry. Yeah. Maybe get a goblin in play eventually. That is not good. Oh, I can do it again. Yeah, sure. Alright, get a gobbo. Alright, so now they have to have a sweeper. Probably not triple removal. But it's probably pretty likely they have one. I think this is what they scried on top. But they knew this was going to happen, so they couldn't have scried a land on top if they didn't have an answer to the board. Yep. Wow. A Planeswalker that survived an hour. That's crazy. Alright, so let's play this. Let's play this. Make some doges. I don't really want to eat them. I think I'd rather just eat a land. Yeah. Casualties of War is a good one. I guess we can cast this again. Just random Acererock value. That's really funny. Not exactly why I was running it, but yeah, alright. Counter might be a little better, I don't know. Probably not too different. They drew 3 lands in a row. They now have 7 mana, but Nicol Bolas is not terribly great for them right now. Hoogle Garbage Tea. That's funny. Yep, so this is the second time we've like played against Nicol Bolas and it's in a desperation mode. I'm going to blow that up because I don't want to lose to it. Planeswalker, Artifact, yeah. And then, does it matter? No, let's just do that. Actually, no, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they probably just scoop no matter what. Nicol Bolas will never be in this game again. Vraska is still threatening. This is weird. I see Nicol Bolas played a lot, and Legend VD had a video. I don't know what his list looked like, but ever since he made that video, I've been seeing this a lot, and that was like a month and a half ago. But, or just this card a lot, but it is usually a Super Friends deck or like a Counterspell Light Grixis deck, and I don't know if that's better than like the 4 or 5 mana Nicol Bolas doing things that are a little excuse me, a little lower to the ground. Like all of these cards are not terribly, I don't know, maybe it's fine. It just feels weird. I don't know, it just feels weird to me. Alright, let's play one more. One more. For good measure. Or what, 10 and 3? It's pretty good. One of those was probably like against the green-white saga deck. I kind of just punted on the mulligan. I just kept my hand without thinking. Oh my god, it's okay, it's probably an actual vampire list. So I'll keep this because of Crux of Fate. It's probably actually vampires. Yeah, I'll keep this. But we'll see. I have not played against this as a creatureless deck before. Yep, it's just vampires. Which is not terribly exciting. I mean, surprising, rather. I doubt I'll ever bump into my Edgar. Probably not. Okay, I'm going to play my Mana Rock. Funny they didn't do anything this turn cycle. I'm not sure why. Why would you not do anything? That's really weird. It must have been holding up a removal spell if I went to cast a creature or something. I don't know. But this is a pretty interesting... I've never seen him as an actual, like, creature-based commander. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to go get a swamp and a forest. It is an annoying artifact. I believe it's a 0 mana artifact, though, so I can blow it up with Vraska at some point, I think. We'll see. I can primal command it, which is kind of funny. It does kill me kind of fast here, too. It's a lot of damage. 5... Alright, so we can... Wait a minute, I can cling to dust it, can't I? So destroy all non-dragons. And then I can eat it when it's in the graveyard with Cling to Dust. Wow, that's crazy. What is this, a Village Rites? Hand must have been kind of weak, though. Yeah, it is a Village Rites. Yeah, there's not a lot of aggression going on here. Kind of a slow start, I guess. I don't know. Let's see if... I think I get the chance to do this. Yeah. So we do this. Whoop. And then it goes to the command zone. Instead of being a very annoying artifact. Westgate region. Okay, so it like doubles in size every time it hits me? That's kind of annoying. I don't really have an answer to it. Like at all. Well, that's not good. Primal Command cannot find an answer to it, so... Looks like we're just gonna die. Looks like we're screwed. Yeah, I have to just dig for something. Thoughtseize is not that thing. I'm surprised they're putting more into play when I have board wipes. But I guess they do have to, like, rely on maybe more than one creature. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Think we're in a bit of a bind, though. That doesn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I can't kill this, and I'm dead. We go to 3, we go to 2, and then I can't kill anything because of the Blood Artist? Okay, they got me. That sucks. That feels like a very favorable matchup. We also had a good card, too. We had a Crux of Fate, and it wasn't enough. That's weird, because we usually... it never felt like we were too light on sweepers, right? It never felt like it was a problem. Oh, yeah, look at that! What? Wow, it must have, that's weird. You don't see updates in a game like without it like forcing me to close it out or something. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Oh my god. Alright, let's see here. If we were to put more board white, like what could we have done? What were our outs? Any tutor for like a Languish? No, Languish wasn't enough. It was an 8/8. Regrowth or Balagate Recovery to pick up Crux of Fate. Extinction Event was another good one. Bontu's was good. Soul Shatter was good. Garruk was good. Did we have the mana for that? I don't think we did. We might have. Liliana would have been not enough because they would have sacked the other 2 creatures at that point. Maelstrom Pulse, Putrefy, Soul Shatter. We had a lot of outs. We just didn't draw it. Yeah, even a token off of Sorin might have been useful. Scriptures was too slow. It's a turn off. Yeah, it doesn't do it immediately. Wow, yeah, we had a lot of good stuff happen that game, and it still wasn't enough. We have never gotten a Sorcerer. Alright, I'm going to play one more game. I'm going to play one more. This list has felt really good, though. We have yet to win with the combo. Chulane. Or Kulane. Apparently it's Kulane. Okay. Actually, maybe... No, we have a sweeper. Yeah, the classic 3 for 1. Did my opponent mulligan? Yeah, they did. Alright, so... Yeah. Hopefully Duress does something. I think this might be a all-creature deck. I love how this is one big old googly eye. Yep. What a surprise. All non-creatures. I think this deck doesn't run anything but creatures. I'm pretty sure that's what it's like. Sure, we'll find out, though. So I'm going to play this, get a Guildgate and a Swamp. And then next turn I can Scriptures to deny things. Unless they have an answer to this, which I kind of doubt. Well, that's annoying, but it's not an answer. What's also nice about this is I can deny... Oh, wait. No, it's 6 mana. I can cast it. Is I can force them to not cast anything this turn cycle, because that's really powerful with this card. Sweeping the board, and then they can't, like, play something into the board afterwards. It's just really good. Opponent does not realize what's going on, I guess. I don't know why they cast their commander. Didn't read the saga. Yeah, that was a... Someone didn't read my card. They did not RTC there. Yikes. That's a big yikes. They didn't even try to read it. They just like, like they never get to cast their commander, so they just snapped it off. All right, I played my one game. Didn't end on a loss. Taking it. 11-4. Enchantress? Yeah, I don't think I've seen an enchantment version of that. It's usually just all your creatures are growth spirals and you're running like 63 creatures or something. There was one game where someone played like, I think it's on one of my YouTube videos. They played like, yeah, because I was playing either Huatli or Chatterfang, and they played Kulane with, and they drew like 80 cards or something, and they ended the game with like 15 cards left before they finally had enough creatures to overwhelm my massive like board of something. It might have just been looking for Crater Hoof. I can't remember how it ended, but it was over like halfway through, but they just kept drawing cards. Everything in this deck felt really good. Go Blank is probably just really good. Like Mind Rot is better than probably most people give it credit for, and you can run like 12 Mind Rots now. Or there might be like 4 or 5 in Historic, but like regular EDH, there's so many Mind Rots. But regular EDH isn't one-on-one, and I don't like Mind Rot one-on-one because going after one person is not typically a good idea in Commander. Usually, unless you think they're gonna like win if you don't do something right. But anyways, what do we not like? Sunset Pyramid is really just another Mazemind Tome. We just happen to have drawn Mazemind Tome like every time and not Sunset Pyramid. Because again, we can get rid of it when we're done with it with Vraska. The scrying is still decent, but just simply eating it when you're done is probably just better than scrying over and over. I do like this Sorin. It is kind of a mix between Dark Confidant and Phyrexian Arena, while also generating 2/3s that like kind of get the life back. So it's a cool card. I think it killed me once because I didn't respect the ultimate and I just got hit by 13. But you always have the option to do that as well if you're ever in the mood, because your opponent does see the cards like they would with a Dark Confidant. The combo might require the other 4 mana rock. Might be a good idea to run just a little more mana rocks to try to do this, but we still always have that option to get there, right? Like we're finding like 2 out of 3 pieces every time, and the game ends in our favor, anyways. We still win even if we don't actually do this, and we still get some value from this just spamming it. It's not a terrible card alone. It's obviously not great, but it's not terrible. There's worse cards to have. Phylactery Lich is another card I like in these more artifact-centric decks, or just something with some splash of artifact nonsense, right? Because you never know, they might never answer the artifact. You could run the Indestructible Mana Rock and do that too. And then there's Forge. Mystic Forge is another decent one, right? We have a fair amount of colorless cards we could probably play off the top. And if you don't want to draw the card, you can just get rid of it, right? It's just like a scrying, kind of. It's like tap it to scry. So it has value. What are the other 2 cards? Lands off the top are decent too. We weren't running Augur or... whoops. Is it Augur? It is. Augur of Autumn is another decent one if we felt like we wanted to be doing that. Or Oracle of Moldiah, obviously the crazier one. I just chose not to. But certainly something that is arguably good. I don't know what you drop. Maybe just some ramp spells. Yeah, probably. Skewed Swarm felt good like one game. It just seemed like something that was pretty obvious with so many land ramps and stuff, right? Like so many ramp spells. Like, why wouldn't you run this? But we did take out the other landfall one, the 5-mana Royal. We did take that one out. I do like how this comes in earlier, and it's a lot easier to play this and a ramp spell in the same turn. Like, it's just cheaper. It does certainly run away faster when you already have 6 lands, because they just start making a ton of these. Basically demanding your opponent sweeps the board or kills it outright. or kills you. Primal Command, I don't think ever got Acererock, but I think it's still good. We cast this quite often, just putting a land on top of our opponent's deck, which, I mean, in that instance, we'd rather this be Plow Under, but can't run that card. No. It could also just be a different tutor, a different 5-minute tutor that doesn't necessarily have to get this. We could do the one that puts a card in our graveyard. What would that card be consistently? That wants to be in our graveyard. Path to the Festival. Could put that in our graveyard every time. Yeah, that's probably fine, because tucking a land on our opponent's side hasn't felt all that exciting, and usually you would rather find a card of your own than slow your opponent down, especially when you're not like proactively doing something else on the board that they have to deal with, and shutting down a turn. So I think we can drop Primal Command for the 5-minute tutor. I can't tell. And Wishclaw Talisman was, yeah, final parting. There's a lot of times where this didn't feel great, although there's times where our opponent didn't use it because they didn't want to give it back to us. So, you know, 3-minute tutor in that regard. But I don't know. Unless you're like really digging violently for a combo or something, it never feels like a good idea to give your opponent a card. Like, we're not running Scheming Cemetery for a reason. We're blue-black mill maybe, but we're not doing that. I can't really attack the top of my opponent's deck. Can make them shuffle with Primal Command, but nah. But with that in mind, I do think I will drop Wishclaw Talisman for either another weird tutor or another removal spell or a sweeper or something, because I don't... It is certainly my least favorite tutor next to Scheming Cemetery. Let's look at some Planeswalkers, maybe. Oh, I already kind of grazed over the ones I liked. I still don't like Professor Onyx that much. Oh, I can't run Ugin. I don't like Vivian Reed, even if it gets lands every time, because we don't really have a lot of creatures. I just don't think I like it. I don't really use all the mana that Nissa would get me. Thinning my deck of a bunch of forests is kind of cool, I guess, but there's a chance we only have like 2 forests in play, and it doesn't do much. We could maybe run Ulamog. We do, I mean, yeah, Ulamog, because we do run a lot of ramp spells, and there's been a lot of times where we were at like 10 plus mana. It's totally reasonable. It makes Primal Command better, so I would probably want to put it back in if that were the case. Although, Final Parting could just get Ulamog. It's not like it can't do that. Ulamog is certainly probably plan B, right? Or conjunction with plan A. Probably going to win more games than the Acererock ever would. Acererock. Is that what we want to do? Oh, let's look at Mythics. Some dirty nonsense in here. I don't like stuff like Gargaroth. I don't think the value's worth it. Even though we are kind of like a rock deck, right? 2 for 1 your opponent a couple times, and then capitalize and close it out with just a bunch of 1-for-1s. It's kind of like what Jund and all those kinds of decks do, but I think Ulamog is reasonable. We have so many ramp spells, it would be weird to not at least try it. And thinking about every game we played where we had more than 10 mana, it was always just a good draw, right? It's just a good draw. It's not good in your opener, I guess, but we can reliably cast Ulamog turn like 5 and 6, right? Turn 2 ramp into like turn 4, or turn 3, one of these. And then we're already at 6 mana. We play a land, we're at 7. Another ramp spell basically gets us there. Like, it's pretty reasonable to pull that off. And we never felt mana screwed, right? 36 plus a couple of these weird flip lands. Never felt mana screwed. Once you're on 4, just being able to draw over and over is nice. And we have a lot of tutors too. And a lot of cheap ramp spells, so we can kind of get away with like maybe missing 1 land drop and just still playing mana rocks and ramp spells and not just actually playing a land from hand, right? Unless we get like Cultivate. But yeah, no, I liked everything about this list, and I will call it there. I think this is better than the last version of Vraska I played, although I think sets have come out since then, including the penultimate card sleeve of Doge. But yeah, let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you would and would not run. Like, comment, and please do subscribe. It helps me a ton. And so does commenting. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Peace.